Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another review. December 17th, Thursday. Had a pretty rough day today, just overall. Didn't get a great sleep, so was super tired and was busy at work. So just kind of all over the place. Definitely wasn't there in the right mindset. But yeah, let's take a look. So SPY, this level that I kind of had marked as all-time high, broke through yesterday, and then today what happens? We touch it and then get bought right back up. Buy the dip is still in full effect. Um, we are having a little bit of resistance up high, so there's definitely people selling into the highs. However, we do still have buying, so continuing to push up. Same kind of story on IWM, just clear trend. Buyers are definitely in control. Let's take a look at my trades today. Just 6 names. As I mentioned, I started quite a bit later in the day. I believe this was actually my first trade of the day here. So yeah, let's take a look here. We're coming in. We had this kind of like a trend line break. I was more so looking, yeah, it's as you can see, it's not a great trend line break. I did catch it on the lower high though, and I had this daily level, which is the high here. Was looking for it to break through and flush. Couple mistakes I did. First of all, this is clearly in the uptrend still, and we're above this daily level. So preferably, what would happen is if it came down like this, getting in right around here. But other than that, poor placement. Stopped out high of day. That was that one. That was an avoid. This one I'm actually pretty happy with. So what we had here, we had this climactic volume, and then kind of held and flushed down. Similar kind of thing I was looking for here. Climactic volume, got it as we broke high and then fell back down. So good entry. And then we came into here. Let me just pull it up when we were looking at it at the time. So then we dropped down. Got bought up, but we were having troubles at the 640 level. Clear seller there, so I thought, if we can't get past there, we could see a quick swipe. Didn't happen. It kind of held, 640, 635, and then I took that one off. Still had a little piece on, and then as soon as it came back down, I thought that was collecting stops. Usually what we see is quick up and then right back down. This time it held and then came on, so that should have been a telltale sign there. Continue to hold, and then I just adjusted at this level there. So happy with the entry. Potentially could have covered into that first wash and then added. Would have given me a little bit more leeway on the stops. But this one, I'm not very happy with this ad, just because it's stop out and then adding back. That's a pretty emotional trade. The volume was there, so I'm happy about that. It was a little extended from the daily though. I'd like to see it right at that daily level. So this one is actually a good trade for me. Came into this level, clear resistance at 1420. As you can see, a couple times we rejected and then sold off. So I'm thinking we could potentially do the same thing here. As we touch that level for the first time, we do have climactic volume. Had a fake breakout. I'm not happy that there's not much selling on this candle. I'd prefer to see a huge stuff. However, I get in as usual on that second red candle, see a huge flush, cover, and then we consolidate here, kind of build like a little bit of a flag, a little wedge. So I thought that was a continuation into VWAP. Instead, we get a push back up. And then we didn't have as much volume this time, so I'm thinking maybe the continuation of buying isn't going to come in. So I shorted as we get back down the level. This entry is not great. I just kind of like that there was no continuation. So we get a flush. Realistically, should probably cover into here. Get a lower high, and then we are failing to break through 14. So then I add more. I'm expecting a nice washout. I actually adjusted my target to right there, 76 level. If I was playing strictly levels, I would have taken profits right there. I didn't take any there. So I should have taken that off there and kind of readjusted. Can always add. So we break through that level, get 2 cents away from mine, and then it just continues up, take more off, and then cover as we're washing through or pushing through. So just poorly managed. Overall, very happy with my entries, this one especially, and this is a good ad. Clearly catching it at the right time, not chasing weakness, but still lots of work to do. Cover here can probably take some off there. Cover here, which is coinciding with this level. Cover here, and then take the rest off there. So that was that one. And in DM, at this point, I was just trying to force something, trying to make some of my losses back. Had this trend line break. It hit almost all my criteria. Climactic volume, daily level, fake high day breakout, and then it broke down. So I did short. Didn't take into account the time of day. Realistically, I should be covering right into this level. As we can see, there's a clear resistance and a support. Didn't take it. My cover was actually right around there, and then just stopped high of day. So as you can see, my ability to process and capitalize on these ideas, even though they are working in my favor, just not in the right mindset to taking profits into these levels. This one is actually one of my best, or is my best trade of the day, I guess, but not very happy with it. This is a trendline break anticipation. I was watching Blink. They're both the EV and solar sector. And it was just looking heavy. Every time I tried to push, got stuffed, push, got stuffed. So I was thinking the same thing's going to happen. I was actually risking this level right over there. As we came back down, I shorted, anticipating the flush to VWAP. That's essentially what we get. But my setup is once the trend line breaks to take the original and then the lower high. So I should be taking my first one here, second one there, and then letting it play out. Instead, I took it early, washed, and then I covered into this level. And then this was not even a clear one. I was just looking into 701. But then I adjusted it because I didn't think we're going to get there. So once again, add opportunity right there, and then potential add in there as we make a lower high. See, and this is a B setup for me. Anticipating, I'm not happy about that. Tilray, another setup that's not in my playbook. This one was building a wedge, and as we know, this one had a big deal with Afria the other day, merged to be the highest income out of all the MJ companies, marijuana companies. So, thinking that there's a big seller there coming through, it was quite evident. We could very well continue to the downside. So I guess I'll walk you through the first trade. And then, so the trade was, as we broke down here, right at VWAP, I took it short in anticipation of coming down to the low of day. We did get a little bit of a wash. As you can see, this is the level that kind of was played, a little bit higher. And then we just get squeezed hard. So a couple things I didn't take into consideration. I was chatting with the guys in the chat yesterday, and I noticed how high the short float was. I believe it was 40% last time I checked. But at this point, just didn't realize that, and just got squeezed. Almost got top tick, and then it flushes down. This is a complete avoid. That's not my setup. I shouldn't be in here. So yeah, but another thing. So if we take a look at yesterday, what happened here? So we broke the lows, came back up to VWAP, made a higher low, and then pushed all the way through. That's exactly what happened. Broke, made a higher low, pushed through. So very well could have done that. As I mentioned, the short float is extremely high. And that's definitely something to note here. Clearly, I just didn't have my game right today. Anyway, so yeah, a couple things to note. When I do notice, I'm happy that I did notice that I was tired and wasn't in the zone, but I didn't had the inability to follow through with that, and I ended up over trading at some parts, as you noticed. So yeah, that's kind of the things I need to focus on, sticking to my A+ setups, and potentially when it's a day like this, maybe locking my montage and not trading at all. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll post this for you guys to review, and then we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it's a better one. Cheers.